Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games, the series that now happens every Monday. I know a lot of you enjoy that, so I hope you enjoy this video. We're going to start with the bonus game, which is Cell Tower today. I haven't played it in a while. I like it better than Strands, generally. Let's hit start. And what we have to do is we have to find words, right? And the way the words are drawn is by um, ooh, I don't like that flashing. Maybe that's an option. I haven't played this since I had to reset my computer. Reduced animation, dark mode. Okay, let's see if that's okay. That's way better. Um, so the way you highlight clumps, they have to be contiguous clumps, and the way you read it is left to right, top to bottom. So N L D S R E F. You can see that over here. But you can even do a clump like this and it's read NIDSREF, right? It's always left to right, top to bottom. There's no other order it can be read. So it's not like you can draw like USOS here. It's going to be SOSU always. Every single letter is part of a distinct word. So, but there is no theme to the words. So what we need to do is we need to figure out what words. There's a unique solution to the puzzle. So it's kind of like Sudoku in that way, where there's only one solution. So we need to logically figure out what words probably work, and don't and allow there to still be words nearby is kind of the strategy. All right, I like to start on the top left, and then sometimes if I get stuck on the top left, I'll go to the bottom right or the bottom left. Like the corners are a really good place. So what's nice about the top left is we know that there's a word starting with P. There has to be. Like putts is a word, or putt. What else could we do? Puts. It has to be at least 4 letters long. I think it's 4 to 8 letters. Yeah, 4 to 8 letters. So that helps as well. I don't know if it's putt or putts or something else. What would we do nearby? I mean, we have to go PU. Have to is a strong word because you can always do something like this. But I don't think we're doing TTMI all in order, or like we could do PL. But then like if we do this, we isolate the U. The U can't be used with anything. So even so, like we'd have to like really go around it, to get ut or something. So we're pretty safe in saying that the first word starts with PU. Now it could go to the L, or it could go to this T or this T. Trying to see if I see any words nearby, like what this L would do if it's not part of PU. Because I don't think it is. It would go LU probably. So we'd have LU. It would be LUM, because I feel like this M isn't part of the PUT thing. But what goes lum like that? Or we go luck? I mean, it could just be luck. And then M starts a new word. MI, like mind. So we could have luck and mind. I like to highlight things before locking in, just to make sure things around it work. You get penalized in the final score. There's not really a score, but in the final thing, if you lock in an incorrect word and fix it. So it's nice to get that straight line, but what's this FE doing? Like fee. Is HEA doing something here? Or do I need to? Maybe FEN? Well, then what's this E doing? I think FEE, but then. Oh, there's feline here. That's interesting. Feline. But then E is isolated. We can't do that. I mean, I like line just on its own. We have luck. We have mind. Is this just putts, or is it put like puts and then TRI or TRAI? It's not quite working. The problem with line is that I don't know what to do with this FEEH. I like HEA here. Header? Header's pretty good, but then we are feeing. Or maybe like feeing or feeling. Feeling. Okay. I think at the very least feeling is correct. And then we can do header. Now you always got to look for suffixes. Like, can we do headers, for example? But no, we cannot. So I think we're safe with header here. Also, other ways to draw it is something to look out for. I think luck is required now here, and I like mind or minds, but it could be either. So we can't lock that in yet because we don't know if the S it needs to be used by a different word or not. Right? If we do minds, that could be correct, but it could be that that prevents a word from working that needed to start with S. Now, it's a little bit, I don't know. We'd have to do like SEF or something. SIEF. Yeah, I think probably it's minds, but we don't have to lock this in yet. And then we have, I'm thinking puts and TRAI something. Because we have puts and minds. What's this R doing? Are you? Ruses or something? Is ruses accepted? Ruses would be accepted. So we have puts, we have minds, ruses, and then we have trade. Huh. We could do an ing here. Ing. We just have to include the S. So it would be like tracing. That's not right. I wonder if puts is wrong. I mean, sing could just be the word, but I don't know what this EF is doing. Oh, this isolates the EF if we do ruses like that. I wonder if it's like refund or something. Refuse? We can't, oh, we could do refuse like that. Ooh, that's real. That looks really nice. Refuse and minds. Put. I don't know what's going on up here, but I like. Oh, could even be refuses. We have born. I wonder if I should start working on the bottom right here. I don't know. I think we don't. I think we want this S as part of refuses because I don't immediately see a word that would work with the S. So you know what? I'm gonna lock in this and minds, and hope that that's right. Um, if puts is right, then we got to use like these letters, but that's not a word. Tray. We'd have to do this. Oh, what about raisin? Maybe it is putts then. It could also be raising. Probably raising. What's this asta doing? Or ast? I don't know. I'm going to lock in raising and putts. We have born here. We have, I need to know what to do with this A. A starts a word and it has to go to the S. So it's AS something. Aspect. I think I like that. It can't be aspects, I don't think. We have yell. We have notice. Ooh, yell and notice. What's this S doing? I'm not sure. We have born. We have task. I don't see how to extend born. We have task. We can't do like tasks. I feel like I might have already locked in something wrong, but hold on. What's this OW doing? Aspect, yeah. Oh, it's yellow. It's yellow. Okay. Task, I like now. Snore? We can't quite do snore. What's going on over here? What's this L doing? Normal? Sure. Oh, what's this E doing? Sewer. No. Sui. Uh-oh. Does this S go with born? I don't know. We're close. Mouth. Oh, it's notices. This isn't a word, so clearly something's wrong. Task. Normal? Mouth. It's not like remouth. Uh-oh. Is born wrong? Or is task wrong? Maybe it shouldn't have been task. If it wasn't task, what would we do? Shoot. I mean, I see shore here, but then like normal would be like nowhere normal. Shoot. Is it born or task that's wrong? I don't see how task is wrong. Born. Oh, we could do normal the other way and not do born. Let me remove these. So we could do normal all the way down the left side. And then we would have bore snewer. Oh, it's born like this. And then sure. There we go. There's my result. So straight line means everything was correct. And then I did the up arrow means I did something incorrect. Then I did something incorrect again. Right. And then I came back down to fix it. So I did a bunch of incorrect words, came back down. Then did a correct word, and then did another incorrect word, right? So it's kind of a meandering path. But yeah, so not exactly a straight line today, but it's been a while. That was fun. Let's move on to Dordle. All right. Since we did cell tower, let's just start with tower. All right. An R and an E in different words. Let's just use that E on the right. Well, let's get a good word, maybe ending in E. Common letters, S, N, L. Probably end in E. What would I do though? I don't have to end in E. It's just a thought. Something like, I mean, I thought of spell, but I really don't want to repeat an L, not knowing that there's any L's. Spec. Spend. Is slend a word? No. I know slender is a word. Let's just do spend then. Okay. Now let's guess the left word, because I like to guess the word with the least amount of info, because that gets us the most amount of info from a single guess. Because I do try to do hard mode style, but my hard mode style is pick a word and do something that could be the answer for that word. But I can switch between them. All right, so we could start with R is what I was thinking initially. We need vowels, I think. I don't know how many vowels I need, but obviously I need to include some of them. Rich something. Maybe R second. R second seems good, right? Like GR. I don't even want to fill that yet. How about Grail? That's fun. Ooh, okay, so there's an I on the right. Huh. Left result is interesting. Is it like R something LI? That feels almost forced. I don't think it's another I. Would it be RULI? That doesn't make any sense. We could do L at the start, but then R is forced here. Ooh, lurid. Lurid is not possible, though. There's no D. Lyric? Okay, that was it. Oh, and there's a C on the right. So we have EICN in some order. I'm thinking we end in, is it ending in NCE perhaps? Like INCE? Mince? Nice, lyric and mince. Oh, that's a pretty good solve. Alrighty. Yeah. I think that went well. Let's do Fibble. Each guess has a lie in it. So I want to use a D. Oh, sorry. This start is not possible. We know that one of these D's is lying. We either have two D's or no D's, or this D should be green, because it doesn't color this way. It always prefers coloring the leftmost yellow first. You can't have the leftmost be gray and then have a yellow. You can have the leftmost be gray and then have a green, not a yellow. So that means there is no OGE. I get the feeling there's no D either, but if I include... See, if I include the D first, the issue is, like if I did, I don't know, darts, just as an example. You see, I actually have two lies here because I'm saying this D should have been green. There's no way this D is pointing here because there's already a D sitting there in this first guess. So I'm saying this D should be green, which means I would have to include a second D. And it could not be third. So we'd be something like that. So I think at this point I'm just going to omit the D and just keep in mind that I might have one. So I need maybe something like slant is a good guess here. Okay. So I am going to say we have the L and T in place, and I'm going to keep the vowel. If I can. What would go between the A and the T? A-R-T? Blart. Paul Blart Malkop. It's accepted. I remember that. Okay, we got some contradictions here, which is very nice. In fact, we have what I call an X-wing from a Sudoku. So one of these L's is lying for sure, and one of these T's is lying for sure. They disagree. Well, how many lies in total are there between slant and blart? Well, there's one lie in slant and one lie in blart. So there's two lies total. We use one of them for the L's and one of them for the T's. There aren't any left to have lies for any of these. So now either we have this L lying and this T lying, meaning the L's in place and there's no T, or we have this L lying and this T lying, meaning there's an L somewhere, just not second, and there is a T last. So that's more info to be used to get more contradictions. So I'd like to do something like start with L and end with T, if possible. Limit. Let's go for it. Okay, so it's doubling down on having the L and the T. This coloring is correct for the I's. So I think L something I something T is... Then I'd have to use an M. So I think L-I here and then T at the end is the way to go. But that might be tough. That might be very tough. Darn, we got some weird lies going on here. Yeah, I'm not seeing an L-I. Oh, light, but there's no G. Yeah, light is the only one I can see. Maybe there is another one. I can keep in mind that this can actually be a D. That's allowed, but it doesn't work. So if it's not this, then it's this. No, that doesn't work. Hold on. Okay, we have some contradictions here, right? Yeah, there's a contradiction between these two, meaning there has to be an L in the word. Okay, we already knew there had to be an L in the word, though. Okay, there's a contradiction between these two. We can't start with LL. It's not llama, so we're not starting with LL. So one of these two has to be lying. And if one of these two is lying, then I don't have enough lies to have both of these T's lying. Right? Between slant and limit. We're looking only at slant and limit. We only have two lies. One of them goes to the L, which means if I tried to do a lie on the T, I would run out of lies because that would be 3 lies in total. 1 on the L and then 2 on the T's. So that means these T's are true, meaning this is a lie, meaning this is true, meaning this is the lie. Now, this L doesn't have to be true. It could be the lie. But then we'd have to start with I, probably. Well, we could do like ILT. I wonder if it's that. Like guilt, built. A G and B are both gone. Quilt. Oh, I won. It was quilt. Okay, I logicked it out. That was fun. Fibble's usually fun. All right. So Betweenle. We'll start with quilt. Doesn't matter what you start with in Betweenle. All right, we are 17% away from the end, 16% away from Q. So we're like halfway between Q and the end. RST have a lot of letters in them, so I get the feeling that late S or early T is going to be halfway. I have a lot of letters, have a lot of words in them. Let's do a late S, actually. Let's do like swear. All right, I went a little too far, actually. So let's try sweet with a U. Okay, not far enough. ST then, there's a lot of ST words. Maybe stoop. I don't know, just first thing that comes to mind. Okay, STO might be it. We could do stout. OU. Ooh, if it's STO, we got to do like STOW or STOY. So maybe it's STR, like strap. Ooh, ST stray then. I think it has to be stray. No. Between stray and strap. Darn, I missed one. Strat? Not on the word list. Strap. No, I did strap already. Sorry. Straw. Straw. Straw is before stray. Darn. Okay, that's fine. I still got an 8. It's within the same grouping. Cool. Well, let's do word 500, and we will start with straw. I like all red because we now just know that they're all not in the word. So let's pick a new word. Common letters. E-L-N. Straw covered quite a few common letters. Like lend, like maybe like a blend. Sure. 2 yellows in blend. I like to assume the vowels in until proven otherwise. And between L, I don't think the B or the D. So between L and N, which one's better? I don't actually know. Maybe we could try like an N-E ending. Like an I-N-E, O-N-E, U-N-E even. What would we do? Like a C-H? Chime is a word, but not chine. Huh, I'm not seeing a way to do this. I mean, the E, it doesn't, oh, it can't end in N-E. The N is yellow there. Oops. Len, is it just like an L-E word? I'm just doing this. Or start with L, end in E. Why is this hard to think of something? Because all the common letters are gone. I mean, I could do L-E, let, L-O, and then like an E here. E there doesn't seem to have any letters left. What if I tried like an E-N word? Or like CH. See, the problem with CH is I don't know where. It doesn't have to be the E, I guess. Chide? Actually, chide is a word. This would be this. Chide. Let's try it. 1 yellow in chide. So I'm thinking I got the E right and not the D, which means I still probably need the N or the L. I'm not sure which one. So like, is there like an EL word or an EN word? No CH in this case, or I. Novel, but there's no N. E could be second. N. What about something like ELLY? Jelly. Let's try jelly. 2 yellows. So maybe I got the EL right still. This is looking less likely, but I just gotta move them around. So the E here, and then like L there or L at the start. I don't know what to do here. I probably have not done the right thing here. I'm tempted to try something like lover just as a filler. Because we know there's no R. Let's just do it because I'm kind of out of ideas. Still 2 yellows. So if it's still 2 yellows, could be the LE still, but we're running out of spots to put them. E has to go first in this case, and then L has to go last. That's quite limiting, and we only have U to work with. Can't use any vowel other than U. I don't think that's happening. So let's go back to the drawing board here. What happened? I like the idea of just saying I had the E. Like, I think starting with E is still a thing that has to happen here. But no L. So maybe we got the O. We got that vowel. So that's 2 yellows there. And I don't think we got the J. So, oh, but then the Y being... So here's the thing. The Y being yellow would mean we need a Y not at the end, and that's very uncommon. And we need a B or an N. So we need to do like, oh, is it? It's not ebony. Definitely not ebony. I was thinking about the B and EB being EBO, ebony, but no, it's not. I don't know if maybe the E isn't in. I don't know. I'm going to guess something like enjoy. I mean, it's kind of a weird filler, but 2 yellows and enjoy. So if I'm right about EO here and EO here, oh no, I can't be. So I've tried E in every spot. I've tried E here, 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 and here, and it's been yellow, only yellows. So there is no E in the word. I've proven that the hardest way possible. So we need 2 of JLLY. The chance of having a J and a Y be yellow here is practically nil. So at least one of these L's is yellow, which means that L's yellow, which means that L's yellow. I like the idea of getting the O over the V. And I don't know. The Y could have been yellow both of these times. That's reasonable, which means no N. There could be a D in the word. Wait, where's the L go? The L would go at the end. We can't actually have 2 L's. We've tried L in too many places to have 2 L's. So we need a Y or a J. So the Y makes sense. But I mean, is it like idle? No, we can't use the I and the D. But like, Y somewhere, L at the end. We need an O somewhere. It's not loyal or royal. O can't go second, or so O maybe third. So like Y, it could start with Y actually. What is going on with this word? And then I need a B or a D. I think the D makes the most sense at this point, just because I don't want to have to grab 2 more letters from those. I don't think. So would it be like DYO something L? Oh, is it yodel? I don't think it can be yodel. No, O can't go second. O D Y something L. Something YL. O D Y L. No, O can't go second. Shoot. So L has to be at the end, which means O is first or third. Maybe it's not the O. It could be the N. I don't know. Could it be the J? The J could go first or third, though. That's really limiting. And then, like, I don't know, start with D, O, L. We need the Y somewhere. It just, this isn't a word. I could guess yodel just to see if, yeah, this is my final not getting it correct guess. Okay, so I don't think I guessed right, because O-L, we know there's no E. So between O-L-Y, there's only one's in place and then the other's yellow. So, and I knew the L had to go at the end. So I think that's what I did. So L, yeah. This is what happened with L. We know there's no E because we tried it in every spot. Either the D or the Y is the yellow here, or the O. Let's try bringing in the O still. Yellow. Oh, yeah. We knew it would be yellow second if it was in. So no D or Y. I need a B or an N. Bringing in the N makes sense over the J. And then I need something from Chide. I could use the I. I could definitely use the I. So we know we end in L. And then O probably is in the middle. And then we know we have an N as well. So maybe N first, because it can't go second. Yeah, it would actually be forced first. And then we need a CH or an I. what the heck would that be? I think it would have to be an I. Oh, can it be nylon? No. L can't be in the middle. I thought about that. Maybe we don't have the O then. Because what is this? Okay. So we have the L. Is that proven or is that still an assumption? Is my question. It makes a whole lot of sense. But I don't think it's proven. I'm not sure. But let's continue assuming we have the L. And so now we can say when there's no O in the word. So the D or the Y is going to be yellow here. I don't know which one I want. Do I want the N still? Having the J and the Y is extremely unlikely. So I'm just going to go with the N again. So no B or D, which means we have to have this Y be yellow here and here. That all lines up. Then we have a V. Oh, is it vinyl? I think it's vinyl. There we go. Okay. Yikes. Tough word. Tough word for Word 500. All right, I got there. I should have realized final is one of those that I forgot about. I was trying to go through in my head all the words that don't have Y last. Vinyl didn't occur to me, unfortunately. All right, well, let's move on to Polygonle. So these two repeat and these two repeat. I can't do ing, but we could do like an ER word and do like an LLER. It would start with E though. That's not up the end of the world. Or it could be like TTER, embitter. All right, I'm right about the E. I'm right about this I. It's not ER, so it could be ED. Do I want to look at like SSED maybe? Like enlist? And huh. I don't think enstilled is a word. Enstilled is a word, but not enstilled. Enkilled? Enfilled? No. What are we doing here? Like if it could be a plural. Like, what are we doing here? Is like ensipped a word? I don't think any of these are words. En something. And dip. Do I need to do a filler? I might need to do a filler. Is there something other than N I can do? I could do like EA. Doesn't look very good, does it? EP. ES. E. L maybe? L. I like N something. Like N. I don't know. If I knew, I'd fill it. I like SSED, but I can't fill in the blank here. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a filler. Let's see. What do I want to figure out here? I want the L and the S for sure. It's hard thinking of long words. My go-tos are robustly and machine. But they have a lot of repeats. Machined might be okay. Robustly has more missing. It's kind of. Can I think of another word? Polished. That might actually give me what I need. Oh. Oh, there's a P. And it ends in ED. I'm thinking the P here. Oh, I wanted an N. Oh, well. It can't be perfect. What is this? This is almost guaranteed. Why can't I see the word though? Do I need another filler? Maybe X. I haven't thought about that. Maybe exp. The problem is we don't have expend. X. Maybe not. It's just the no word popping out to me. Not one. Not even using letters I've already used. Oh, equipped. Never mind. I found it. It's the Q. QU. Wow. Okay. How many words fit this pattern? Only 6. Embossed, enrolled, equaled, equipped, estoppel, and extolled. Okay. I wish I could zoom this page in, but it like starts overlapping stuff. I don't know why. I think something in the layout changed. All right. Let's do the mini. What do we want to put here? Like something like never. There is one E. Maybe at the end, like state. Oh, just like state. Wow. Okay. Well, that went cleaner than the big one. Let's move on to symbol. We always start with blaze. All right. So the Z has caught one. What I mean by that is this is not going to be the green because Z's don't go in words. That's our assumption. So I like to put the E there, like an ER word. Why don't we go with like, I don't know, a timer is my go-to for that. There's probably better ones, but it's an IER word. Okay, so what should we do next? I think fiver is a word. Is that a good idea? Diner. Oh, diner was a very good idea because it was the answer. Got it in 3. All right. I have 4 3s and 1 4. I'm doing very well. Lost my 1,000 games, though, when I reset my computer. All right. Well, let's do Fusele, our final game. We will start with diner, but we won't learn about the N and R in this twist. We just don't know what the color it is. We do know there's an I somewhere. Now here we're going to get symbol-like clues, so we should take good advantage of that. Get some good letters. How about something like strip? Okay, so we know the I is here, and this blue means S, T, or R goes at the end. Okay, now here I have to guess the word with the vowels removed, which is unfortunate. But I think IS is a possibility. So is IT. IR is not. So like something like habit might be our word. So let's say habit was the word. We have to omit vowels. I wonder if we can do like habitually. Habitual. I don't know. Fine, I'll just do double L. Okay, it's not habit, but oh, it's not a T at all. So IS, and there's an H somewhere. Is IR possible? I don't know. But where does this H go? SH? No, there's no S at the start. CH? Like I want to do chaos, but we know I is 4th. Hold on, how does this work? Could the H go here? Arhis. We're gonna get a lie on this guess if we don't get it correct. I really feel like H here is the way to go. Could it end in R? Oh yeah, AIR is easy chair. Okay. Phew. The one thing I eliminated, like it can't be IR because I wasn't thinking about putting another vowel third, but of course that works. All right, cool. Well, those are the games for the week for this video. I hope you enjoyed the series. Mondays are a good day for me to do these because the crossword doesn't take very long on Mondays. Anyway, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.